Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Janice Diary. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to comment your opinions, what you feel, and tell me what else you want to see. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to tell everybody about me. We're about to hit the map. I'm going to be more consistent and I want to post more engaging things. So today's video, also before we get started, do we like the hair? Do we like the hair? I want to change it up. You know, with Gemini season, you just gotta be a little different. So with this video today, I talk with my hands a lot. I don't know. So with this video, we're gonna be ranking my least favorite to most favorite zodiac signs. So I feel like this video is gonna be very interesting. And y'all do not get in your feelings. This is my opinion. These are my experiences. And yeah, now that we have the little ground rules taken care of, let's get started with the video. So my least favorite zodiac sign is Sagittarius. Honestly and truly, I just do not have the best experience with Sagittarius, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, classmates. It's just always something. And don't let it be a Sagittarius sun with an air moon. Get the fuck away from me. I don't have time for you. I don't want you around me. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. Boo, tomato, 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 tomato. I just feel like, in my experience, I just came across uninvolved Sagittarius. I feel like that's the thing, and they were just uninvolved and they didn't like themselves. And when they see someone like me just achieving my goals, even when I was a little dusty, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little dusty back in the day, and it was just, I just infuriated them because they could just not be on my level, or I just don't know. And like, I could give y'all bukus of story times with all these Sagittarius that I've encountered, and it's just been buku's a mess. Oh, I've also dated Sagittarius, so I also have Sagittarius partners that were just So it's just like, overall Sagittarius to me, like, they be giving that bottom of the barrel energy, and so that's why they're at the bottom of the barrel. And let's be realistic. Let's look at like the most known Sagittarius in the world. Yeah, so that's why y'all are number 12. Let's move to the next one. So my next person on the list, number 11, is Aquarius. And honestly, Aquarius is like either hit or miss, because it's one of my personal planets. So sometimes Aquarius sun and me, either we click or we just separate. And with this placement, I just experienced a lot of weird energy. Like, it's like secret animosity, or like they're just very covert at times, or like they're the type of people to make little jokes to pick at you, but you're like, oh, I'm just joking. But like, they're weird, and not like quirky weird, just weird. They're just weird individuals, and I don't want no parts. It's just they always, I want Aquarius to be able to shine through with their own potential without trying to put somebody down. And I want them to walk their own path, but use your discernment. If you want, I'm a caring person. I'm very nurturing. I give like that mom energy, big sister at times, wise counselor. And so if I give you some advice and like you don't follow it, don't get mad at me for the repercussions you have to face. Or it's just, they're very, in my opinion, in my experience, they're wishy-washy. One day you're here, one day you're there, you're so unfair. And y'all be saying that Aquarius are detached, which they can be, but the ones I come in contact with, I don't know, them little scales, they be sliding, they be going back. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back to back, thinking that I need you. But yeah, I just don't have the best experience with Aquarius. I feel like maybe if it wasn't so much of a personal planet for me, maybe we'll get along more. And I've met some cool Aquarius. I've even had some friends that were Aquarius, but that didn't last too long. But while we were friends, it was a vibe. It was always laughs and just some good memories. So I also had a boss that was an Aquarius, and it's just like, the dynamics were just crazy. So let's go to the next sign. Now the next sign is Cancer. And Cancers, y'all do get a bad rep, but some of that stuff, it be true. Like, y'all love to play the victim in the situation. Y'all love to flip stuff around. Like, y'all love to, what's the word? For a lack of better words, y'all like to use reverse psychology, or like y'all like to spin a narrative to put, if someone comes to you be like, oh, I don't like the way you talk to me, you're messy, you'll try to spin it back and be like, oh, well, yesterday you, instead of just open a door for me, you just huff and puffed and close the door. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And I feel like, of course, unevolved, some people deem themselves as evolved, so we're just going to say cancers in general. I feel like some cancers are their own prison, they're their own poison. Like, the red flag is right here, and you just gonna pretend it's red. I feel like cancers, they're their own worst critic and their own worst downfall, because at times they like to see the best in people and they go off potential, or they're very, if they have an issue with people at times, they're not gonna just say it out loud. They keep it in. And I don't need that type of energy around me. I feel like that's sneaky, because if it's on your chest, say what's on your chest. Because if you just go keep it in, that's like you're building resentment towards somebody, and then you just keep on sweeping under the rug until you just snap. And it's just, a lot of things could be avoided if you would communicate with that person instead of being so covert or passive. But once a Cancer steps into their true potential, I love a Cancer down. But when it comes to just in general, it's just like, you could avoid so much turmoil if you would just be more realistic with yourself and hold yourself accountable. We can't always blame the other person for our wrongdoings. And honestly, I don't care about Cancers being moody, because I'm moody too. I'm a Scorpio, but I show my mood in other ways at times. But I don't care about them being sensitive or just moody. It's just, it is what it is. And sometimes they can just come off as the mom of the group, but sometimes it's so demeaning, or like a helicopter parent, or like, either a Cancer will sweep everything under a rug, or they're just going to say everything without a filter. But you cannot say whatever you want to say without a filter, because they're not going to feel offended. And so it's like an unequal balance in a sense. But once a Cancer is evolved, I love them. They're my everything. Like, they have a soft spot for me. Like, I hope one day y'all evolve to the best thing ever. Chef's kiss. Now my next, oh wow, that's crazy. My next sign, which is number 9, is Scorpio. As I just said, I'm a Scorpio sun, but honestly, I feel like I've just encountered a lot of unevolved Scorpios. And as a Scorpio, I can understand it's easy to be unevolved. It's so easy. It's hard to be evolved. It's hard to hold yourself accountable, pick yourself up from the bootstraps, and just keep on going. It's easy to blame other people. It's easy not to hold yourself accountable. It's easy to be the victim. It's easy. Cancer also has that bad to want to be a victim. But we're on Scorpio right now. I feel like Scorpios, and just my experience, like, it's just always, they want to be nice nasty. And I don't have time for nice nasty. It's just very, I don't like the covertness of a Scorpio at times. Like, you're secretive about the wrong stuff. Like, you say you move in silence, but you're not really moving in silence, and you don't know how to express your feelings, and sometimes they don't know how to communicate. Just like a Cancer, they like to sweep everything under the rug, and once you do that, you're gonna blow up one day, and then you're just gonna take everything out on somebody that does not deserve it. Or it's just, Scorpios at time, and from experience as well, it's just, how can I say this? You get mad at the wrong things. Like, the stuff you should be mad at, like someone treated you wrong, you don't really get mad at, because you're like, oh, well, that's just them, I understand them. But like, say if you out somewhere at a party or whatnot, and someone accidentally spills a teaspoon of water on you, you're ready to just flip your top and just go berserk on them. And it's just like, you need to pick and choose how to control yourself. And it's just like Scorpios at times, they could be doormats. They could just let people walk all over them. And I know from experience, that's why that's that story. But yeah, sometimes Scorpios, they could be doormats, and it's just, they just have this nasty side to them, and it's like they only show that to some people. And so when you speak about, oh well, Scorpio did this, the other people are like, oh well, I only have this experience with Scorpio. So they could be very malicious at times. And as I said for the other signs, well, except Sagittarius, once you're evolved, you become a better person. And I feel like as a Scorpio heals and holds themselves accountable and just finds their place on earth, they're like the best people ever. They're loving, they're caring, they're funny, spontaneous, they're just everything. So this is not a dig at Scorpios because I'm a Scorpio. I just feel like when we're healed and evolved, we're just the best people in the world. Because I would have us as number one, but I had to drag us just a little bit so people don't think, oh, I'm so biased. Okay, so the next sign, which is number 8, is Libra. Y'all, I can't stand a lion-ass Libra. Ugh, I can't stand them. I feel like my biggest issue with Libras is they're always wishy-washy. It's either they don't know how to pick a side. I also feel like they're messy. Like, they just uber messy. Like, ugh, I can't stand it. And I also feel like, as I said with Scorpio, like, people walk all over them, but again, they get mad at the wrong things. Like, you'll let someone dog you out, walk all over you, not say nothing, but then when a simple situation occurs, that's when you want to just go berserk, and that's not right. Also, with Libras, they are not confrontational. Like, if they have an issue with you, they will not confront you. Now, I know some Libras are heavy hitters. They'll say what they need to say. But other Libras, like, they do not like confrontation. They will just like to keep the peace. Even if, okay, so here's the thing. This is what I can't stand about Libra. They'll have an issue with you, but they won't tell you. They'll tell the whole neighborhood, the community. They'll even tell the Martians on Mars, but they won't tell you anything. And I just feel like that's just weird. I feel like, how you gonna be a Libra and be all about justice and not tipping the scales, and you always tipping the scales? And I just feel like they're just not. They're funny. I love their aesthetic at times, but it's just like they got some things to work on. And let me not bring my psychology background into this. So I just feel like Libras, they're too wishy-washy. Like, you just really can't trust them. If you have a Libra in your life, like, hopefully they're healed. Hopefully they're not the lion-ass Libra. Hopefully they're not someone that cannot make decisions. Hopefully there's someone that's just not so passive. And I think that's my biggest issue with a Libra. They're just so passive, and I cannot stand it. Next caller. So the next sign which is number 7, is Gemini. Happy Gemini season. You're number 7. You're not the bottom of the barrel, but you're not high at the top. I really don't have too many issues with Geminis. I don't have a lot of experience. Not really. I've had a few friends that were Geminis, and I talked. We didn't really date. We were just getting to know each other. And you know, spring semester, when you meet somebody and it's just like, okay, well, we just gonna have a good conversation. Cause school about to end. You about to go back home. I'm about to go back home. We live in separate states. But I just feel like Geminis at times, they're too chaotic for their own good. Like, they don't know how to just sit in silence. They don't know how to just shh. I feel like they're just so busy, and just not in a good way. I feel like they, just like a Scorpio, that's another thing I don't like about Scorpios. They say Gemini Scorpios are the most hated. But I just feel like they don't know how to just be in the middle. They don't believe in a gray area. It's one extreme or the other. It's either black or white. It's no gray. I also feel like Geminis, they're just very I feel like Geminis are very impulsive. I feel like Geminis, they don't think before they do. I feel like they're just very erratic. Personally, I wouldn't date a Gemini. I feel like that's just setting yourself up for failure. Because it's hard for any sign to evolve, but a Gemini, they just have too much going on. They here, there, everywhere, and then it's like they trying to get their life figured out, so it's kind of hard to evolve. It's kind of like evolving is like at the back of their mind, and like getting to the bag or just trying to find some type of stability. They focus more on that. So sometimes evolving gets put on the back burner, and it's just like, at your big age, why do you act like this? And it's just like, have you seen them as a partner? Who is a famous Gemini? Oh, well, he got mixed personalities. So, well, Kendrick is a Gemini, but either way, like, it's either you're this type of Gemini or this one, and most of them act like this one, so it's just like, But they're so creative. They're good. They're just good with their hands. Very creative people, and for that, I love you, Gemini. Y'all make the world more interesting. So we're halfway there now. My next sign, which is number 6, is Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. I feel like, honestly and truly, I do love an Aries. But I feel like sometimes with an Aries, it's just, like I said with a Libra, and that's kind of interesting because that's your sister sign. I feel like sometimes they could just be very passive and like nice, nasty, and I don't have time for that shit. I mean, I said what I said, but they're just very passive at times. Like sometimes they don't say what's on their chest; they let it sit there, and that's just so unheard of for an Aries. So that's why y'all are like number 6, and I also feel like some of the Aries I have encountered, not all of them, because I love Aries. Y'all are really cool. Y'all really funny. Y'all can dress. Broke my scale. Y'all got that big forehead like me. Broke my scale. But some Aries, instead of acting like Tigger, you act like Eeyore. And it's just like, out of all this creativity, all this motivation and drive, why are you just sleeping on yourself? And also, Aries, just like I said with Gemini, they're very impulsive. Sometimes they don't think before they do. They just do it, and then they'll handle the consequences later. But even when it comes to the consequences, they like to play the victim and try to get out of a situation. And yeah, I just feel like, and then Aries, they are known as the youngest zodiac sign. So also, I feel like Aries just has that younger child syndrome, or only child syndrome. Like they just feel like it's my way or the highway, and honey, I'm me. It's gonna be my way every time. I just feel like sometimes Aries can be very selfish, and I can't be with someone that's selfish because I'm so giving, I'm so loving. Not like Rashida. I ain't that giving and loving. I can't understand foolishness. Not like that. But yeah. But Aries, I do love you guys. Broke my scale. I've had a few friends that were Aries. I've dated some Aries. Also, another thing I don't like about Aries is sometimes y'all be cocky, but it's okay to be confident. But cocky, that, you need to throw that out the goddamn window. Like, that irks my spirit. Like, it's okay to be confident, but cocky, just walk around like you just everything in the bag of chips. No. And then it's just like sometimes, in most occasions, most situations, the really, really cocky Aries are the ones that don't have nearly as much as what they're boasting about. And I'm going to leave that right there. So the next sign, number 5, is Taurus. I love a Taurus. They're so down to earth. Well, honestly, if we were just ranking it by the males, Taurus would probably be like number 10. Because the male Taurus, they're just so different from the women. But at the same time, one thing I don't like about a Taurus, and like I could really switch Gemini and Taurus right now. Because we could really switch them out. One thing I don't like about a Taurus is y'all mouth. Y'all say the most bombastic side-eye things, and then you just walk around like that's okay. Like, no. But let someone say something to you, it's an issue. And that's one thing I don't like. Like, Taurus have a smart-ass mouth. And someone like me, I'm a little sensitive, so I can't really deal with that. So if I don't, and I'll communicate like, hey, I don't like that you said it like that. And then you can either change your ways of speaking to me or you'll get gone. Because one thing about me, baby, I detach too quick. Y'all mouth is just explosive. Like, it gets y'all in trouble because y'all just be saying a little bit too much. But also, Taurus are so stubborn. Sometimes, even if they're wrong, they're not going to see that they're wrong. It's you better trying to change a Nigerian's mind than a Taurus at this, or a Jamaican at that point, because they just, once they see something, once they believe it right in their mind, you cannot change it. You cannot. But Taurus are so down to earth. They're so loving. They're so giving. They're sweet. They're funny. And most of them could cook. Most of them could dress. And most of them love to have a good time. They're a creature of comfort. And with me being in school and not really having too much time to like be outside for real, I love a creature of comfort. Like, y'all are my vibe. Like, y'all have the best music. Also, shout out to Virgos, cause not all of them, but yeah, because I feel like Earth signs are just a vibe at times. So yeah, y'all have good music taste. My next person on the list, that's crazy. I'm just now peeping that. But my next person on the list, number 4, is Capricorn. And I know it's kind of crazy to have Capricorn like really up there on the top of my list, but the Capricorns I meet, like, I admire them. Like, they just have that determination to just keep on going and going and going. Like, it's just like they have the work ethic of Michael Jackson. Like, they just, and I'm not just trying to make them like the busy worker bees or anything, but anything they put their mind to, they can do. I love how blunt they can be, but at times they put a little bit more honey on their words versus a Taurus. And I bump heads with Capricorn sometimes too, because sometimes they could be stuck in their ways. They could be more traditional. And I'm not very traditional. I do things kind of unorthodox. Like, we see my channel. We see what I do. So I'm not very traditional in a sense. So that's one thing I would take away from a Capricorn. They're kind of just, at times, just very much old-fashioned. I'm not old-fashioned. I also feel like Capricorns, they help me to stay motivated. They help me to stay on my A game. Like, I could see a Capricorn do this or that. I'm like, okay, if you could do it, I could do it. Or it's just like, yeah, that just motivated me to just go 10 times as harder. Also, sometimes Capricorns feel like God left them in charge, and we just need to discuss that. Like, do we really think that's true, or what? So let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Number 3 is Virgo. And y'all, I love a Virgo. I love Virgos down. Well, really, I love Virgo women. I've encountered so many Virgos in my life. Like, I keep attracting Virgos, but I feel like I'm an organized person. I feel like my life is together. It's not where I want it to be. There's always room for improvement, and I have not accomplished all my goals yet. But I don't know, I just always keep attracting the Virgo, and the vibes is always, it feels like home. But honestly, Virgos are number 3, but that's mainly because of the women. If I talk about the men, then y'all would probably be number 8. Because the men, they just different. They so weird. Like, they just so aggy. Like, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. And I've dated a few Virgos. It's just, I don't know. Like, y'all think y'all future. Okay, so y'all know how Brent Fayez, like, he's so fine. He is beautiful. But we know he's toxic. It's just like, they come to you in the most humble way they know how. And then once they get you, they want to act like Future. They want to just do the most. But besides that, I feel like Virgos are very down to earth. I feel like y'all are very creative. I feel like y'all are very, at times y'all can be very soft spoken. I feel like y'all are the researchers. Y'all can be therapists. Like, y'all are just amazing people. Y'all are creative in your own ways. It doesn't always have to be drawing or painting or this or that. And then y'all love to pay attention to detail. Y'all pay attention to the finer things. And then Virgos, like, they're just very athletic, to me. Like, they're just very, like, they're just that all-American girl to me. Like, they're just that. Like, I love a Virgo. Not the men all the time, because they be a little weird. They be a little weird. My next sign, that's number 2, is Leo. I love a Leo. Every time I've encountered a Leo, I think for the most part, every time I encountered a Leo, it's always been a vibe. It's always been a kiki, and I love to laugh. So anything or anyone that can just have me laughing all day, you're my best friend. I love you. We're locked in forever. If you're a Leo, put it down in the comments. Everybody tell me your zodiac sign. Let me know what your opinions are in the comments. But Leos, to me, like, they strive for perfection, and I love that. And, like, they just have this way of making their life so aesthetically pleasing, and their confidence, even if they don't look the best, like, they're confident. Like, I just love a Leo. Like, you're going to hear them roar. Like, you're going to see them. You're going to feel them before they step into the room. I feel like Leos, like, I ain't gonna say God left them in charge, but, like, they running a talent show. Like, they're not Beyonce, but maybe Beyonce adjacent cousin, you know, just low-key. So, it's just, I love a good Leo. Like, they're just an amazing ball of energy. The energy is just always perfect. Like, they just light up my day. Like, and me being, like, a Leo is, like, one of my personal planets. I'm not going to tell y'all my birth chart because y'all need to be in my business. But Leo is one of my personal planets. So, like, I just relate to them in a different way. Like, we just be locked in. Like, we get each other. And, like, they're not as impulsive as the other fire signs. They are impulsive, but not as much. Like, they're a little more calculated than them. Like, if we can say kickback, rave, party. A rave would be a Sagittarius. A party would be an Aries. And a kickback would be a Leo. Like, Leos are so homey. They're humble, but, like, they're not going to appear as humble. They're going to appear as the baddest bitch walking. My number 1, my favorite sign, I feel like we should figure it out by now. But number one is Pisces. Y'all, I love a Pisces. Pisces, like, it's something about that dream, those dreamy eyes, and just how delusional they could be. It just makes my heart so warm. Like, a Pisces is just a person that could just warm your heart. Like, they're easy like a Sunday morning. Just like with a Leo, I just feel like they can walk into a room and you notice their energy or their vibe before you notice them. I feel like Pisces, they're so creative. They could be a little cuckoo. Shout out to my girl Janae. But, like, they're just so creative, and, like, they just make everything earth, their life, like, heaven on earth. Like, they'll heal you just by playing their music, or, like, they'll just, and they can just peep game. Well, not all the time, but, like, they can pick up on your vibes, and they can tell, like, oh, like, you're not feeling the best today, what's going on? And I'm not to just make it seem like, oh, they're, like, busy worker bees or whatnot, like Virgos or whatnot. Kind of crazy because Virgos and Pisces are each other's opposite. But I feel like Pisces, like, y'all are just so sweet. Like, y'all are so precious. Y'all are God's gifts to earth when y'all are healed and y'all not being cuckoo. But, like, y'all are just God's gift to us. I love y'all. Well, this is my ranking. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you agree with my ranking. Let me know your ranking. What's your zodiac sign? As I said, I'm a Scorpio sun, baby. So, I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you love the hair. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.